Welcome to Tran Wins Drox Operative 2. In this game, you can actually unlock more races as the game progresses. So for example, Human Rebels is something that I get after playing, and the human race decided to split off. I also unlocked, for example, the ultimate weapon when I did a special quest for the Fringe. Well, against the Fringe. You can also have randomly created species. If they happen to survive and do well, they emerge and then they become playable races after that point. You can also drive things to extinction. I had the hive extinct in my last play. They didn't just die. I got a pop-up saying they have been extinct. But I think they're showing up in my current level 100 playthrough after I did a Dryad mission to revive races. My ship was only level 49, but I'm still pulling it off. So we're going to go ahead and do Drox Rebels, because I like flying units. That's probably overpowered, but that's the way I want to roll. Drox Rebels is not a race that you have unlocked at the beginning of the game. I actually have a ship. I call it Human in all caps. That's the only ship I have. So now I get all this extra bonuses, which I will explain. So this is a space Diablo. That's basically what it is. And this first part, I'm going to be showing you how to start the game, because it's very intimidating, I think, because to a new player, because the user interface is just totally bonkers. If you go to their Steam discussion page, it's pretty much page by page of people saying your UI really needs help. Alright, so you have 5 stats: tactical, helm, structural, engineering, and computers. Tactical is basically your attack power, your strength. Helm is your ability to dodge and stuff, so and move faster, so we'll consider that your agility. Structural is like your endurance or constitution. It makes you hardier. You get resistances, you get life. Engineering gives you mana, basically. It allows you to also get shields. So all of this stuff allows you to equip things. But anyways, engineering is about having the ability to shoot weapons, because all your weapons need energy or mana. Computers is pretty much your combat stat. It just adds attack and defense, and it lets you do various things. You can probably forget about computers, at least that's the way I'm playing it. I know that some people have success with like viruses and stuff, or viri. I just like having all these ships. It's because I don't want to lift a finger. I want my minions to do everything for me. And they're actually called minions. Alright, so I've explained the stats. Let's explain what we're looking at this bonus section here. First off, you can ignore these first 6 columns. Everything in the whole is an unlock in your ship that you get as you progress through the game, and you can't really degrade that, but you can unskill and relearn everything else. This makes your ship bigger, essentially, as you level through the game, but you have to spend points to do it. You don't just get your ship bigger automatically. General skills are available to every race, so we don't actually even need to consider that when it comes to character creating, because we're going to start off as level 1 noob. So finally we have these race-specific skills. We're going to start at the bottom. So you'll notice that everything in this section is the first chunk of the bonus text below Drox Rebels crew slots. So for example, I get an extra light fighter component slot. I will also get 0.9 defense per point of helm. Again, that helm is my defensive stat. So every time I add an attribute point into helm, they're called crew points in this game, by the way, not attribute points, but every time I add a crew point into helm, I'll get the default bonus plus 0.9 defense on top of it, which is not a really big deal. The biggest thing is that I get +2 helm per point in command, so every time I level up my skill tree, I get more helm points. You'll see when I actually get my first level. I also start off with an extra +5 helm to start off to begin with, so I'll have a total of 10 helm right there. This one also gives me +5 helm, so I will have a total of 15 helm to begin the game with. Alright. We're not going to worry too much about these things, just know that I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do as a flyer. My first and only ship is a human. And then I was thinking for this playthrough I was going to do a human rebel, but I wasn't quite sure if the weapon boost will help ships. I hadn't done enough playtesting to figure that out. So we're just going to go Drox Rebels for now. And we're going to call ourselves Rebellion. Because I'm not very good at names. And we're going to go to challenges. We can start of all this stuff. This is, if you've seen my Depths of Peril or Zombicide playthrough, this is pretty much the same interface. We're going to just start a challenge. And this is a level 6 challenge, but I feel confident in my being able to do it. We're going to start at level 1. It says 0, but there is no 0. We're going to start at level 1, and we're going to start this challenge off, which is me and 11 races at a higher level than me. we're not going to read this stuff in general. I already know how to play the game, and I will walk you through it without this. They choose to do this instead of a tutorial, and then they even says that, but okay. Jump gates. Jump gates are your way to, it's like your spawn point, and you can also use it to fast travel around the world, or galaxy. Alright, we have 6 ways to win. They pretty much mean dominate the game. That's pretty much what it comes down to. So you can see here, ally with the last living race, ally with all races, including you, make money, make people scared of you, be famous, and do quests. And as far as I know, it's just 2 quests. I don't know. Anyways, a military loss. If the final person in the game is if there's 1 race in the game left and you're an ally, you lose. Diplomatic, even if you can take them out, by the way. Diplomatic loss. If everybody is at war with you at the same time, that's a loss. It'll be a problem for me, because I have had a situation where I was trying to be nice to everybody and be friends, and then one person declared war on one of my other friends, and that resulted in me declaring war on him, and because the 2 of us were allied, everybody ended up declaring war on me also. So essentially, I was allied with most of the galaxy. One guy decided to declare war, and then I ended up being at war with everybody. Thanks, game. Economic loss. If I lose too much money, which is basically if you keep respawning, you cost the Drox operation money. It doesn't. I don't believe it comes out of your pocket. You just get an XP debt. All right. And we got one more pop-up. Moving. Thank you, game. All right, so we got a stash, and I am actually going to help myself to a stash. I've prepared this ahead of time. So in this chest will be stuff that I'm going to put on right away. All stuff I set for my low-level playthrough. Now explain these things. So heavy components, they're like your most powerful stuff. Medium components is your mid-range, and light components is your weakest stuff. Things like crew members can go in light components, but mostly there's something in everything. Something in every component, I mean. So for example, there's power units in heavy, there's power units in medium, there's even power units in light. It's just that the ones in light components will be weaker than the medium will be weaker than heavy, and so forth. Same thing for weapons. However, we still want, you can't unequip medium and make them heavy. You are limited to this. Power load is like your weight or encumbrance factor. You need to be under power load to run at full capacity in your ship. Now, these are race-specific components. When you start off the game, in this current version of the game, none of your stuff goes in the race-specific components, even though pretty much everything can be equipped in there when you begin. The only reason why this started is because it ran out of room to drop everything in the medium components. Let's see. So this is a light fighter component right there. So you see how everything's blinking? So this yellow border indicates that any yellow gear can be slotted here. However, these things are specific. Only light fighter components can be installed here. If I found light interceptor, no good. I'll pop that in there. Right here, Drac rebels on both sides. But the reason why I'm moving them down is because I can put any light component here, but I can only put rebels here. If I find regular Drac, they cannot go there. All right. We are gonna slap in some shields. Okay. So these things will take a little bit of time to install. You can't just swap on the fly. I mean, you can command it, but it will take your guys time to install it. So here is a generator that adds power load once it's finished installing. Here is some armor that'll give me some gray value here to prevent structural damage. If you've ever seen Master of Orion, structural damage will also start damaging your components. This is not my most powerful missile, but I thought it'd be the coolest to show off because I've never really used swarm missiles. But just think of like a shotgun missiles or something. Here we have two layers of shields. It's going to be plenty, I would hope. I just didn't have enough yellow components that low level enough for me to grab. A simple laser cannon. I don't actually use manual aiming cannons often. I normally have automatic guns, but for the purposes of this first recording, just to kind of show you that the Space Diablo. All right, so I only have one light component. I mean, I have other escape pods, but this is fine. I'm not really counting on using this escape pod. If your ship is destroyed, you have a chance for your escape pod to launch. It's not that, yes, your escape pod gets thrown out, and if there were like 2 missiles and 1 missile blew up your ship, the second missile could totally hit your pod and kill you. That being said, you will still get a pop-up indicating that you launched out of your escape pod. So I can guarantee that it doesn't always happen. In fact, I even tried putting on a self-destruct button on my ship to test it out. my human ship, not obviously this one, and I would just hit it when I'm completely safe to test. And yeah, sometimes I get the escape pod, sometimes I don't. The reason I'm worried about that, or not worried, but the reason I'm trying to do that stuff is, let me go and finish grabbing this. This is inventory or backpack spaces right here. I have actually better stuff, like this one's just a tiny compartment, but it's a legendary backpack, and it gives me lots of stats, so I'd rather take the stats. I'm only going to find level 1 gear here. I'm not worried about it, so this is fine. Also, we're going to grab this right here. I cannot equip them, but if I find a specific vendor in the game, I might be able to trade, essentially give them money to make me these in lower level form. I have no idea if that'll work. I think it'd be cool if it did. Alright, this is your belt, or toolbar, or hotbar. Okay, we're going to close everything, and let me kind of explain why I was... Okay, so this is the achievement window, and every achievement you get gives you a small bonus. So for example, this first one, after having killed 1,000 ships, I now get a 1 point of enhancements find chance bonus. The way the game description says it says it intentionally that this is 1% of the current find rate. So if, for example, my find rate is 20%, that makes me go not to 21%, but 20.2%. That's what the game description says, so I haven't really matched it out to verify. There's one achievement that lets me, if I get 10, I will get something. I'm hoping it's a good thing, not achieved yet, because all of these should be good. And then there's another one that gives me 10 escape pods. So I'm trying to escape, and sometimes I just detonate, and I don't I don't get in the pod, even though I'm deliberately detonating my ship with nobody around, nobody's shooting me, whatever. So I'm still working on that. Alright, inventory. We know how to do an inventory, we know how to do a UI, and so we have these following modifiers. This is not mods in the game, this is just part of the challenge or randomly generated galaxy. So let's take a look. Opening my map, I can see that there's lots of plagues, which, yeah, that was not a very informative. There's derelict ships, which is basically like looting corpses in Path of Exile or Diablo. Very fast pace, that's what I prefer. I don't know if you can change that in a challenge, but this just means that you get more quests and you get a 20% XP bonus. It just basically means the game moves faster. We're not watching me float around looking for things to kill or something. There's two different factions in the... two different barbarian or native factions in this space that are going to be killing each other. They're not a race or anything that you can interact with. They just attack everybody, including each other. So the major grudges and yellow disruptors will fight each other, and between you and me, we're not even going to notice who they are. It's just they're hostile. We're going to shoot them. So we've got a crowded galaxy, and where the galaxy's name is called Kale. The sector name we're in is called Erix, and the exclamation mark, I believe, means that this is an active dungeon or map where monsters are respawning. We haven't actually uncovered anything yet. This is a fog of war, essentially, so I can reset it if I wanted to re-explore the area. There's no bonuses for it. It just helps you cover the area again if you're tracking somebody down. You can take a look at the red star, but generally you just want to kind of cruise the area. Finally, we have a sector map, which we haven't uncovered anything, but just know that this is an Erix right here, and we'd find more stars later on. The jump gate is, again, I said it's fast travel and it's your spawn point. To normally go from star system to star system, you'll find little beacons, star gates, star paths, or whatever on the edges of the solar system. All right, let's start moving. So all this stuff is going to automatically load down here when I unpause the game, and there we go. So I'm going to repause. Actually, I'll leave it. So this is left and right mouse button. I generally just clear these slots out. Or at least I will just have something in right mouse button only. So I'm not shooting the things I'm trying to fly to. What I'm doing now is I'm linking them. If you click this little up arrow here, you can combine this right mouse button with multiple items. Same thing for over here. We don't actually need these, but we're just going to leave it alone. And we're going to go and start summoning ships. So this means this is aggressive fleet. If I click it, it'll give me a defensive fleet. Inactive, we're just going to leave them aggressive. Kill everything that is hostile to me. I don't want to worry about it. That's why I have you guys. We can see here, just to the right is another star lane. I'm just going to pop in and just see what it is. I'm not going to leave this area first. The first area should always be the lowest level. Okay. Alright, so we're going to kind of curve around the solar system here and just look for other stargates. This is just treasure chests. Generally, it's almost nothing. Sometimes it's a bomb. Sometimes it's both. In that case, I get a technology. That's a bad guy right there. He's a male-bashing tide. And he just blew up my ships. Oh, I should be fighting. I don't... I'm not used to this. Alright, so I just lost my shields, and remember, I'm fighting guys who are 5 levels higher than me. I'm just literally level 1. Alright, let's take a look at these help topics. By default, components in space, blah blah. Components is what we call items in this game. I can ram the ship. There's shields. It's the top one right here, that's almost gone. Armor, which is already completely gone. Did I even have armor? I don't know. Structure and components. Structure is your health. When that is gone, you die. I don't know what that buzzing is. I think that's part of the music. I don't normally play this with headphones on. Alright, and when stuff breaks, you can't use it. We know that. Yeah, we already knew that. There are 5 slots, we already covered that. Low structure, I am about to die. So let's go ahead and activate this. That's basically a health potion. And we're going to activate shields. Let's try to finish off this guy and re-summon our fighters. So let's be a little more careful this time. I'm not invincible. This means this light fighter has gotten a level. He's a little stronger than before now. So he's got 25 shields, whereas this one has 10 shields. I'm gonna go ahead and summon again. It should automatically try to decide which one's the best one. Yep, it took that one out. So I can only have a cap of 3. If you look here, it says ship max count 3. Now, the next time I lose someone, there's gonna be a green dot in the top right. And I'll explain rarity as well, only because these dots can look similar. Yeah, I prefer auto-aiming weapons. I should probably go change that. I'll probably change it when I hit level 3 or something. I'm already almost level 2. So on the minimap, those orange things are my allies. Get some experience by scanning this planet. I can shoot while I'm doing it, but I cannot move while I'm doing it. Alright, so I just lost a ship. Now I'm down to 2. We can see here number of followers. If we take a look here, let's open the map for a bigger look. Where is it? Oh, it's down here. This green dot here indicates that I can summon more. This is not to be confused with other green dots like this one on the top left. That means it's a common or uncommon. It's a slightly different green. You can only generally see it when you're looking at the text. So this could be elite or very rare. No, I don't know. Or, yeah. Yellow is rare, and I guess orange is elite. Anyways. Oh, and blue is legendary. I don't know how games normally do it, so these are just legendary level 1 items I've saved for this purpose, for this recording. So I can go ahead and activate this. By doing so, you see the green dot has expired, and this has darkened to indicate it's on cooldown. But that's how you tell if you have a lot of bays. He's like, oh gee, I don't want to re-summon a guy and lose his experience. Alright, so I'm already down to 1 fighter again. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, let's take a look at what we got here. So you identify for free, it just takes time. Can't equip any of them. Let's take a look at these items. Any yellow X means you cannot actually wear that. To my understanding, however, if you have one of the dual stats, even 3 stats necessary to equip the item, the attributes you haven't met will be in yellow, and you can still use the item for very, very high percentage. I had maybe 80% of the needed attributes total, but I met at least one of the requirements, so it let me equip it, and it basically gave me about 98% of the efficiency of that item, so it still works. So if you want it, instead of leveling 2 in tactical and 2 computer, you could just pop in 2 in tactical. This ship or fleet I'm running is a Helms-based ship, and part of your defensive stats go to your ships, your little minions. I mean, I'd rather have tactical, but I haven't found the right race to do that with yet. I would like to have a race that gives me all sorts of tactical bonuses. Hopefully we'll find a civilization and get some repairs in. Oh, there's a named boss right there. Discover the human race. Wow, he is eating all my shots here. Stay away from me. Go fight the other guys. Are those my missiles chasing him or something? Oh, those, yeah, they are. He's just dodging all my missiles. I don't want to get near him because he'll ram me and I'll die. All right, let's go ahead and pop these, and that's the last ones I've got. There we go. I managed to get him to ram some of them. All right, said I found the human race somewhere. Let's go find the humans, and maybe they'll help me out. All right, let's take a look. We have found some new stuff and some crew. We're gonna pop that in right now. Oh, he's too... Okay, I can't wield him. I need to be level 5. He won't follow my command until I'm level 5. This is an instant weapon. We'll probably go with that. It does less damage. This does 6.3, but I have to manually aim it. We're gonna go with this one, so I don't have to aim anymore. We're gonna put these to the side here. We're probably gonna pawn everything. Oh, I found another guy. Or maybe I leveled him up. But yeah, so when I leveled up to 2, I get 5 crew points, those are your attributes, 2 skill points, which is not enough to get anything done, I'm telling you right now. And I get a character named Zaka. You get a random object. Sometimes it's a crew member of your respective race. So I don't care what he is, I'm just dumping him into my race-specific component slot, because I can. He gives me +1 tactical, +1 helm. What do you give me? +1 helm, you're a loser. Sometimes your guy will give you +2, sometimes you get +1. I get a bad draw on this one, but that's alright. He'll get it replaced eventually. Alright, what else was there? Okay, you can see here that my budget light armor 1 has completely broken. That's this right here. That durability is 69, so my armor plating is 69. We still gotta find those humans wherever they were. I thought I discovered them. Yeah, we discovered humans somewhere. I guess we just discovered their ship. It sounds like he's scanning. There's a derelict human ship, and there's a wandering vendor. I've never seen one of these. I wonder if it's a challenge-specific thing. Okay, I've never seen one, but he has 7,000 credits. I don't really like games where the vendor has limited amount of money, but whatever. You can identify everything. It will cost you a little bit of money, but I've already identified everything. All I could do. Now, if I might want to buy some of these. I have 500 credits, so let's go ahead and buy 3 of them. And what's my shield rating? I guess we'll go ahead and buy 3 shield surges. I don't know. Yeah. So I've used up all my money. I still need to find a place to repair. That didn't repair anything. He didn't have a repair option. Look, race relations. Yeah, I can hit R to open up this panel. This is what I opened up a second ago to see who I found. We'll cover this when I actually have something to talk about for them. I can turn in a quest for them. I have low mana. I already leveled up. Well, I got the level up. I haven't actually spent anything. And there's merchants in the game. I was holding W down. He decided to start orbiting the planet. That human ship came in like from this direction, so it's probably, if I head in that path, I'll find. I think that's a different vendor. Yeah, the stuff that I sold isn't right there. So if I found something that I particularly wanted, let's say that I valued getting these thrusters because I could actually equip them, and maybe I didn't have enough money. I do, but let's say I didn't have enough. I should be able to hold them. I've never actually tried. Let me pick up this. Yeah. So this basically means that if I don't want him to cycle it out, I can just pop it there and pick it up later. Now that being said, this is not actually better than what I'm currently using. Am I using any? I don't think I am. I'm not using a single engine. Wow. Okay. Does this fire automatically? I've never used the missile defense before. Just in case it doesn't fire automatically, we're gonna go ahead and cue that into right mouse right there. What I'm fighting, that stuff will pop in. And have fire will be fighter 1. Alright. I guess I could use a thruster. I mean, I didn't realize I wasn't going with one. Now that being said, that would mean I would give up a shield, so I think I'm okay. I think I'll just go as is. If I had a spot for a thruster, we'd use it. Let's go and identify these things. And one more. Alright, so this one I'm actually close to using. I can probably level up to get that on right now if I felt like it. It's double my shields. Remember, I was level 1. Now I'm level 2. I've doubled my level. This is mouse cursor one. I don't really want to use that. But is it better than... No, it's not. I was going to say, maybe I put that in my stash for future characters. Alright, so let's take a look at leveling. Now, the way I'm leveling up my human ship is I'm putting 0 onto it. You get 5 points a level up, so I just put 1 in everything in my human ship. And it's probably not the way to go. Now, it's very easy to unskill or take away your points in everything except for your ship expansion points. And we'll cover that as I proceed on with leveling. So for right now, I think I will add points in structure, just so I can survive this first rush. I needed 2 points in engineering, so let's go ahead and do that. I can equip that shield. Anything else I really want? I can... Nah, I guess we're good. We'll work towards this next thing later, or next time on next level up, so we're going to go ahead and put the next last point in structure. Alright, so let's go ahead and put this on. There we go. Keep that for the future. And one last thing to do is, here's the skill menu. This is ugly looking. Like I wouldn't be surprised if you just close the window at this point. Okay. I won't work from left to right, because that actually is how you should read this thing in general. Everything here is set in tiers. So for example, if to get anything in this bar here, I need to be in the first tier, which I currently am in. To get to the second tier, I need to have 6 command points. I need to fill up these pips. You cannot take away command points, and you cannot take away hull upgrades. Getting a hull upgrade is actually simulated by giving you a new ship. So you go from a Corvette to a Frigate or something. These you can undo later on. You can take away points from these. These are your base trees. So if I wanted to, for example, I could grab fighter training. I'm not too worried about them leveling up. Sociology does sound kind of cool. We might go with that for now. I really like the diplomatic aspect. It just needs work. Now that being said, if I could actually just go with this right this instant. Let's do it. I'll be slower, and it's not recommended that you go slower. You should try to have 300 speed at all time. If I get this now, my current hull is a weight of 50. And my speed is 242. That's what it says in the upper left. If I get this, I will lose 20 defense because I'll be bigger. I'll get 20 more weight, and I will be moving at a speed of 173. Probably don't want to get this right now. Yeah, let's go with this. I can always undo these points later, but I can't undo these. Alright, and that's it. I don't like that these things cost more points successively, because it's not... It doesn't pan out that way. Like, I'm getting 5% more positive diplomacy every skill point. But it just took me 3 points to get to 10%. It took me 1 point to get to 5%. So, I don't really like that aspect. These things just need to cost you 1 point period, or at least not go up in higher value, or cost, or whatever you want to call it. And let's see, what else should we get? Max shields, maybe. Yeah, let's do max shields. There we go. That didn't help me too much, but I got 3 more points for now. Oh, that's horrible. When this thing is finished installing, I'll get a little bit stronger. Yeah, oh, is that my flak? What did I just fire? Is that my flak? Never used it before. Oh, this must be this gun, right? Laser cannon wave. That's what that is. I don't want that. Alright. Just put that back on then. Oh, darn it. You just go back on the slot, dude. Things always so complicated with you. I got 3 guys chasing me. Yeah, those missiles are doing work. My shots, not so much. I've already touched anomalies because it could blow up in my face and then I could die. Yeah, that dude is eating everybody alive. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to get away from him. Or her. Let's go ahead and activate a heal while we're at it and just go somewhere else. Here's the human place. It's to the west. Let's go there. Okay, I'm hurt bad. Let's activate the fighters. Let's go ahead and activate shields. You need to buzz off. Oh, I just brought in a lot more friends. Alright. So here's what I can do. I can get a real quick level up with this. That's gonna be 6,000 XP just for turning in the quest that I've already finished, which is killing a dude named Dipolid. Let's go ahead and do that. Bam! I got my. I think that was a heal right there. We're gonna save these while the fight's going on and turn them in as it happens. I don't think you can repair while you're in battle. So as long as they're not hitting you for a brief moment, like you have bodies in front of you, you can repair. But this should give me a second to. Oh, you know what? While we're at it, let's go ahead and get an. What did I need? I needed engineering. Let's go ahead and put in 3 points in that. We'll pop the rest in structural. I'm not going to equip these right now because I don't need to take my shields down. Now, I'm not really a dude that uses consumables a lot in games, but I figured if I was going in a level 6 zone as a level 1 noob, I needed to do something. Alright. Survived. If I wanted to, I could put another point in max shields. Sure, let's do that. See, that costs way too much. It just costs too much. I don't really need anything here. Right, so welcome to planet Jane Me Weltopar. Sponsorship allows me to send diplomatic ships on their behalf, or a colony ship. I'm not too worried about that. I can pay money for spies. I have never done that. I can plant a spy. I've tried it a couple times, so I never actually did anything further than that. We're going to hit trade, which is the menu we're used to, and we're going to say repair my ship. Oh, I don't think I have the money. I do not have the money. Ooh, I did find another light fighter, though. Yep, that laser gun can go away. And I'll sell this plasma thing, and probably, I guess I'll sell this nuclear missile. Alright? Yeah, it's not that. Alright, so this says that this power plant is superior to the one I have. Now, this is a legendary power plant, but it's a legendary level 1 power plant. You start with 5. No matter what race you have, you start with 5 in every attribute. So 5 Helm, 5 Engineering, there's no way that you can not equip that unless for some reason you've managed to attach a bunch of things that were draining your power or something. So this gives me an extra 30 power units. I don't need that badly at this moment. These are like sockets. I haven't seen them outside of the first 2 sectors I played. I played a sector 1 and I played a sector 8 after that, and then I went on to play 24 and then 50 and then 100. My character is not actually those levels. I'm just hiding behind my wall of ships. Alright, anything? Oh, okay, I guess I can do these now. So this should give me quite a bit of longevity. Pop that in. So this plus arrow plus icon indicates that it is going to give me a bonus, or it's going to be stronger than what I've currently got equipped. And it even compares it to the appropriate one. So on the left, it says that I have plus 81 max shields. It has a lot of other things. That's why its retail value is 120. You'll never make that. Sell value 28. I'm still selling stuff for like $100 at the level 100 map. Even though it gives you like 5 digits of retail value, 16,000 credits for a missile, and like I could sell it for 100. Thank you, game. But anyways, yeah, I could swap out for the budget deflectors level 2 on the right side, and I would get an extra max shield point. But I'd rather have at 4 points of defense. I mean, it's fine. I'm not too worried about it. I like that it's rare. It makes me feel better. So we're gonna go ahead and just sell this one. I don't need. Yeah, we'll sell it. We'll keep that. We'll keep that one for sure. We'll sell that one as well. And these are the two that I started the game with, so we're gonna keep them. All right. Now I can afford to. No, I cannot afford to repair everything. Well, let's just. Who needs repairs? Is it just the armor? Okay. Well, I don't need to. I'm not going to worry about repairing the power plant or anything just yet. The armor is the most important bit for me to repair. Oh, I got the light fighter bay from that. Okay. That's where that came from. Scan this planet, gave me some extra things. Oh, now that I have another fighter bay. Alright, any jumps like that is me taking care of my inventory management. I swapped out my power generator for what I just recently found. It's no longer the legendary one, but that's why I was suffering from massive power deprivation, because I took my generator offline. Getting some easy XP searching this while nobody's trying to kill me. Now they're gonna kill me. There's a jump there. These swarm missiles, look at that. Yeah, he's running for it. Alright, power overload this because I took my generator offline. All these messages basically saying my crew members are getting levels, but they pretty much die very quickly. Now level 4. Alright, so if I spent more points in hell, maybe they would survive more. I think I'm alright for now. I think I'm more concerned about if I survive. Let's go and let's start identifying some of these things while we fly around. There's more planets to explore, but I'll just fly around aimlessly while I do that. Are you not firing missiles, dude? I was holding right click over there. I don't really know how technology works. There's no tech tree for you to do, so maybe it just makes my generator stronger. I was like 140. No, that didn't really change much of anything. Oh, this is better. I'll be offline for a sec. Hey, thrusters! Maybe it's time I use thrusters. This armor says it's better. It is. So fighters are kind of lassoed onto you. That's why they keep reappearing next to me. They find someone. Oh, and they just all died right there. I'm not quite sure what happened. I think the dude self-detonated. I don't know. Maybe ran into a mine. Whatever the case is, everybody died except for one fighter. But yes, this is basically what I had to do to survive those much harder levels, is hide behind my fighters. I have to keep an eye on that. If it's a big green circle, it means it's time to summon another dude. Alright. Now that I have thrusters running, we'll hold off on spending any points, and on the next level up, we'll get a light slot upgrade. These we'll wait until we find an item we might want to equip. See, this requires 12 structural. You know what? Let's hit that. There we go. Yeah, I don't want to turn those in just yet. Spawn off all the stuff. We can get a ram accelerator. It doesn't actually let you ram the enemies. There are ramming items in the game, but this is not that. This is an engine, but it's not as good as the one I already have. Also, I could hit these buttons to sort, but it would move all this stuff around. I want them to move. Three a second. Oh, wow, that's good. It's time to swap. Okay, you know what? Let's go ahead and do that. Just to give us a change of pace. I kind of enjoy seeing all these missiles go at the enemy. But we're gonna change things up a little bit. Let's go ahead and get us an extra point in tactical and 2 points in computer. So beam weapons typically require tactical and computers. And then this is an orange border. It can only go up here. I don't want to give up my power plant. I don't want to give up my armor. The only thing I give up is my missiles. That here, so I don't actually accidentally sell it. Pawn off everything else. And we'll let the humans have these fruits. How are we doing on relationship? We are almost maxed. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, so here's what you need to do. It says, in the lower left, I'm gonna move the cursor, they'll disappear. Right here is where it's gonna appear. It says relationship 59.9 out of 60. Once I hit that 60, I can no longer increase it unless our alliance or treaty has improved by a tier level. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna say, give me money, and he says you are fair. So yeah, if he dies, it's okay. I already have the human rebels, so I'm not worried about that. Can you give me anything else? No, he's not. He doesn't like me that much. So a tributary. So here are the options. First, we can go non-aggression pact, and that does not exclude mutual and alliance. You can evolve or upgrade to those later on. But when you're in mutual protection, you can't go to non-aggression. Think of them in terms of Civ. However, getting any of these three exclude everything else, if I understand correctly. And I've had an instance where a dude I was totally friendly with, he just had a bone to pick with one of my vassals, and again, we went into a full-fledged galaxy-wide war because he wanted to kill off some weakling that was somebody that I subjugated by force. Like, I went up, kicked him in the teeth, and said, hey, I don't want to kill you off, would you be my vassal? So he agreed, and then my other friend, you know what, we just want to kill him. So he declared war on him, and that declared war on me. Come on, game. This is not how diplomacy works. At least I don't think it does. We're just gonna say tributary. I don't know if I'm saying that right. This is where he gives me money. Protectorate, he gives me 10%, and I promise to protect him. Or is it vassal? Yeah, vassal gives me 10%. This gives me more, and I don't have to promise to protect him. So yeah, we're doing that. Would you like to adventure with me? No. Okay. So now, if we take a look at him, our relationship could go up to 72.5. This would be 85, and this would be 100. So he still doesn't want to adventure. I could do trade pact and freedom pact, but I want to give him this technology. I don't think it does anything for me because I don't manufacture stuff. But I don't want to give him any of that right now. We're not dead set on having him stay alive because I already have the human and the human rebel. You start off with the humans. All right. You can vouch for a race, which allows you to spend points to vouch for any races you've met. That'll deduct your points and give them to another, up to 50. You cannot go lower than 50. So if you have 51, you try to give away 3, it'll just give them 1. All right, let's see here. Now that we have hit that 60, we may want to think about leveling up further. Let's go ahead and do that. So we can see here that we get 1 point relationship and we get deflector item level 4. So I'm gonna start leveling up. I want to try to keep a mental tab on this. Okay. Now we're up to 72.5. I did not keep a good mental tab on it. It's fine. And now we're going to go ahead and we say, okay, you know what, maybe would you like to adventure with me? Sure. Now I have a buddy. He'll probably die though, but that's okay. And you give me your planet data? No. Alright. Now I could give him these things, but I think that means I lose my tributary, so I'm not really that worried about it. I'd rather have your money, dude. So he will give me all his known planet data. I think it just means his particular planets. It's 4 credits. Let's go ahead. There we go. see here the breakdown, natural degradation 0.8. And so this question mark indicates I have quests left to do. This little star icon indicates that it's a sector I'm in right now that is going to let me do it. Let me have something. We can see here in Erix, we still have at least available quests, 7 current quests that we know about in just with the humans. It doesn't mean that they all can be done here. In fact, if I go here and click quests, I can see more quests that have appeared than we know about. But the ones with the green asterisks, remember, are the ones specific to this area. What I really like about the Soldak Entertainment games is that you don't have to accept the quest to do them. In most cases, sometimes you do, but those are some kind of specialized quests. But for example, if I find this dude named 4-Pin somewhere in the world and kill him, I can just say like, hey, I want my prize now, and that's cool. I like that. It does suck to try to accept quests because I think you're limited to about this right here, so maybe 10. All right, we're going to hold off on the rest of the points. We get another level up at some point. So we're going to go ahead and get our first hull upgrade. These are really cool. So if we take a look, let's fly away from the planet for a second. Okay, so this is what I look like right now. Let's go ahead and activate this. I'm now a light Corvette and I got a bit bigger. Now your ship kind of goes through growth stages when I go back to light hull next time. So what I have to do now, okay, for example, to get this, next light slot 2, you don't go up. In fact, it says requires heavy slot 1 and 6 command, which means I need to start filling up this gauge here so I can unlock this entire tier of stuff. For example, this is also 6 command. Right above it says don't have the skill, I need 6 command. So I need to fill up this pip to 6 in order to unlock anything here, and 12 and so forth. All right, so anyways, it says I need heavy slot 1, which is right here. So I need to do these 3, and then I can go into this. So as I hit these, my ship gets bigger and bigger, and then when I hit the green one, it gets small again. But that's fine. All right. Populated planets, give me quests, thanks. All right, and then nothing else is good. Should I spin? You know what? I can actually repair my ship now. I can afford to repair my ship because I turned on all those quests. I sold some things. I got another light fighter. Cool. Just don't know what to put it on because I have no slots. Guess we'll... Alright, well, just go ahead and pop that in. Now, this will result in, when I unpause the game, I will lose all of my fighters from this right here. But that's okay because they were ship level 1 and they were dying really fast. This is ship level 5. If we look here, this guy is level 3, so he has probably 30 hit points. Now, it doesn't always go that way, but so all the ones that disappear are probably going to be the level 1, or will be the level 1. See, they all disappeared, but I'm left with the 30 hit point ones. What we're going to do is I'm actually just swap. Not that it matters too much. This has a higher power load. See, this requires 15. This requires 23. But in any race-specific slot, things cost half the power. So if I had a power-hungry missile defense system, you'd want to put it in this. So this is a slightly higher level. We're going to put it there. I'm going to hold off on this. I'm going to keep this because for future spawns or games or whatever. Let's go ahead and pop it there. Move all this stuff. Oh, that's cool. What is this? It is a damage control artifact. It is a yellow item. That's cool. Alright, we are level 5. Now I'm at the level that I should be for this content. There's a cooldown between releasing fighters, and it looks like they found someone of interest up there. So I can now just hold down right mouse button, my ship will just automatically fire. It might have less DPS, but I'm not missing, which means my DPS might technically be higher. Whoops, it's shooting this. Okay, that doesn't help. See, I ambushed me because I... whatever. And the humans just died, so I lost 1 point. But I was maxed with them anyways, so... I mean, this just gives me more points I can gain later. Alright, what do you want? No, I don't want to buy a fusion beam. So right now he's at 71.4. But if I turn in any of the quests I've got, I'll just get that point back. So we're going to go ahead and say, hey, you want to adventure together? He'll say, sure. Now if you look here in the lower left, right here where the mouse cursor is, in the lower left it says number ship 6. When I say offer trade, that will go up to 7. It doesn't take away one of his ships. So you couldn't sabotage him by getting all ship skill. He just spawns a new ship right next to you. It's right there. So he doesn't have to travel to me, he's just right next to me. It's a random ship as well. It could be a Corvette, a frigate, a flagship, whatever. So this case is a frigate, and I just lost another vessel. Let's go ahead and resummon a couple, just to get some health going on. Once I conquer this area, I'll check my stash for more gear. That includes other backpacks as well. I have higher level backpacks waiting for me. And I'll probably check my stuff that I'm saving back in the stash. But we'll wait until we finish this area. My fighters have held off for a while. The adventurer, the human died, but... Alright, so I've reached a point where my fighters are actually holding their own. My damage is pathetic, though. Now, my Zoka, the guy I got a long time ago, he leveled up. Just a matter of being in battle. Giving him +1 helm skill and +1.2 happiness. We'll take a look at this happiness right now, in fact. If we take a look at Zoka, he has 56.7 happiness. His crew pay is 114. Let's actually give him some more money. Okay, good job. Now his happiness is 6.8. I'm gonna go ahead and just pay everybody up to about 90. You know, because if they are unhappy, they will eventually just leave your ship entirely. I don't know where they go and how they leave, but they just do. So the higher their happiness, the more likely they are to level up. Ooh, another light fighter bay. Take a look at some of this. So even though I resummoned the light fighter because it was badly hurt, I'll resummon this next light fighter as well. And if I wanted to, I could hit delete on the specific one. Now let's go and spend the rest of our energy or mana on new fighters. Because I'm low level and I have good gear, I have all the mana or energy I need. So I'm not gonna explore the anomalies yet because I still feel weak and I don't want to just blow up for touching an anomaly. Generally, you'll find nothing. That mine just did 50 damage to everybody. That'd be half of my shields right there. Assuming also that more things don't spawn as a result of that occurring. So yeah, that's not really worth it to me. Now, everybody I just painstakingly healed. Let's go and just resummon everybody. There's no level, so I don't have to worry about who's who. There we go. This indicates that the weapon is on off cooldown, so I probably will turn that off later. See, there's another ambush right there. Probably because I interacted with this junk just automatically, because I ran out of targets, I guess. Now, if these things ram me, I'll take a great deal of damage as well. Oh, there's more stuff, but it looks like they're fighting somebody. Oh, they're fighting each other. I was gonna say, if there's a player, I'd like to go hang out by them to make them like me. Let's see what we got here. You want to give me nuclear swarm missiles for 111 credits, but I can't even wield them yet. It'd be nice. Hold on, I'm gonna hit ignore for now. I'm gonna open up my inventory. This does 23. No, I don't want it. Yeah, let's go ahead and just say no. No, I don't want. Here, just finish blowing up that space junk. I'm tired of targeting it. There's so many people here. Let's see if I can lure them over. Alright, now I've gotten slowed down by an enemy energy net. This might be a little bit more than I can chew. I'm deliberately tabbing through the enemies to try to piss them off so they follow me. Where's that human planet? Wow, that is far. Might trigger that anomaly and maybe it'll kill some of these guys. And there's a boss right there. That's just awesome. So back in the old MMO days, like Anarchy Online and stuff, we'd call this a train. Some of them may have actually gone back though. I may have gone a little too fast. I didn't want to click that. This is why I wanted to lure them by the humans. Yeah, they want to offer me money? That's fine. Now, you're at max with me again. Let's go and give me another dude. Can you give me your planet data? Yeah, well, not that there's any more information. I could demand something from him, but that's fine. I'm not going to worry about that. So there's nothing else I could do with that extra relationship points. I could do a vouch, but there's nobody to vouch for right now. We haven't discovered anybody. I'm still not quite sure what happened to that guy, that boss that was following me. He may have run into a ship around here, or they may have fired missiles. I don't know. But I didn't kill him because I didn't get credit for that. Or if I did, this is not one of his quests. It could be another person's quest. No, I don't want to fire that. Ambush in the middle. See, this is why I was avoiding touching all that stuff. I'm in the middle of a fight. I go to loot, and then there's an ambush on top of it. Alright, let's see if I did any numbers to that stuff up here. They're more scattered than they were before, at least. Maybe that's something, or just my imagination. Getting new gear, that's cool. Not really. Alright, so this is basically a general good which you use to do quests. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a quest item. Sure, it's involved in the quest, but you might never find a point to it. Also, I think it degrades in level, because I know I'd never buy the general goods unless there's an exclamation mark on them. But I feel like if I am getting my structure hit, that they lose a level. There's a laser. Maybe this would be any good. Where'd it go? Oh, it's right here. Alright, 2 tactical, 2 computer, and that'll give me a 5%. There we go. I don't know what that means. Maybe it means it's a good item. I don't know. It's not that good. It's worse than what I've got. So my inventory is pretty full. I should probably try to sell it somewhere in the near future. Items do decay in space, so if you drop it, don't expect it to be there when you get back. Now, the game does have a multiplayer component. I think it'd be great to play this multiplayer. Yeah, this area has been cleared out because there's all these space stations. The human is firing ballistic weapons that are going right through. It'll do damage to enemies in its path, but it won't do damage to you. Unless you're its enemy, of course. Of course. I haven't seen these in a long time. That must be a low-level item. Let's go pawn off our goods. In fact, let's return to our stash. I was gonna wait until humans stopped adventuring with us. Why? He still likes me. Are you guys getting attacked or something? Ooh, a lot of my ships just ate a mine or something there. Apparently you guys are getting attacked, that's why. Will you adventure now? Doesn't really matter which side I click on. Nope. Something's going on. He can't spare a good dude, even though it doesn't cost him a guy. There's still more quests I can turn in, but I'm just holding off on them for now. And let's go and start summoning our fighters and head back. So that's your HQ, your jump gate. You can rebind where your spawn point is, and your stashes will move accordingly. Traveling to any jump gate that you own, and you can only own one at a time, costs you 0 credits. After that, it costs you whatever credits are to the relationship of the person who is there. So for example, humans and I get along pretty well, so they won't charge me much. But maybe we'll say there's some sort of thief race that I don't get along with or something. They might charge me a lot. Alright, give me a second, I'm gonna go and dump stuff in the stash. We are ready to set off. Ouch, I've taken a lot of hits there. I'm not really paying attention because I was trying to think of what to say. So I can just spend a small cargo bay. What we can do with that is I can actually load my ship stash. So this is for all characters on your account, essentially. This is just for that particular ship. This is all crap I'm going to sell. Most of it's just stuff I brought in from the other character. Yeah, and again, I see that says retail value, 75,000. It's not as much as that. It's just going to make our life a little easier, because you don't want to watch me sail around this map covering ground I've already covered. There's still a lot of stuff I haven't discovered. So yes, I am going to take a slight advantage with that. I'm not going to put this here because, again, while that's more space, I'm not really worried about space. I have as much money as I want on my other character. What do you want? Cargo bays are critical. Yes, I know. None of these are a race? Nah, okay. I'll have to scan them in a minute when I don't have everybody chasing me. This dude may not have enough money to accommodate me, but that's fine. We're gonna take as much money as we can get out of him. In fact, if I wanted to, I could start gambling stuff off of him, and maybe can I even gamble this stuff? Does that work? I think it does it? No, okay. Alright, so yeah, just have all of this. So how much money is this making me? 124. It says retail value 6,000. He actually had enough money to buy everything. I'm kind of surprised. Alright, and I probably don't need that, but we're going to hold off on that. We're good for right now. What could we do? We could actually make him a vassal. But again, I'm not really worried about protecting him, so he can stay as a tributary. Let's go ahead and just go ahead and turn on all these for the XP. And a new budget flak. I could equip that, but I'll just... Since I'm not really using that, that would just really cost me extra power load. That's fine. We'll put this up here and not worry too much about it. I'm not using any weapons right now, just all fighters, period. You can see here that I have 10 computers necessary to equip it. But it's instead of having the yellow X on the item, it has a yellow tactical here, meaning I can equip it. It just was not as 100% perfect. It's still really close to it though, so I would still totally wield one. It's a cargo bay. I think it's better than what I've got, isn't it? No. These are decent cargo bays. Probably throw that in my stash and sell him the rest. So yeah, you just get real used to selling all your loot. Alright, there's really nothing here. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's try gambling this chip. Plus 10 random damage. Whoops. No, nothing. Alright. If I sell it back to him, it just goes here. It's nothing that I can actually do anything with. I know I have points to spend, but there's really nothing I need to spend with it. That item listed as scrap, that's actually a component that the game automatically scraps for me because I have that enabled. It's in the UI where it says like, hey, if you find stuff that the computer just judges you cannot touch or you cannot use at all, it'll automatically scrap it for nothing, basically. I don't know what your abilities are, but you're just gonna join me. I don't know if there's any advantage for which slots these guys are in. Pay you up to 90. Go. Anybody else need to be 90? You are not paid up. Let's go and pay you. And of course, that was just a warp. That was not a jump cut. Every now and then you enter a wormhole. It's very, very obnoxious. You're just trying to get something done, and suddenly the game decides, you know what? I think I'm gonna shake things up. Here you go. Be in totally some other place. It doesn't even have to be in the same star system. You could be across the galaxy. At some point, my fighters will reach critical mass, and I no longer have to worry about replacing them. In fact, they should be quite a bit stronger than me. So this fighter, for example, is 30 shield, 30 structure. I am 100 shields and 153 armor, 85 structure. This leveled up guy is 200 shields, 200 structure. So we can kind of see that where I stand. So this level 2 guy is as strong as me, and I've got 2 of them. Yellow crew. Let the game decide. You can just replace them. And so this is the side, the one on the left, he's not as good as the one on the right. The one on the left is the one I started the game with. He's the one I said was a loser. The one on the right gives me combat experience. Yeah, we'll take that. And just pawn him off. I'm a sucker, but I never actually drop people off in space. I always go to take them to a planet. I don't know why. It just feels wrong. Now you can have a maximum of 2 adventurers joining you, even though I can have many people. You can only have 10 health bars showing at once, even if you want more than that in ships. Everything's just blowing up around me. So see here, this is the edge of the map. If I go past it, you'll see this marker that says you have moved out of the star system. There's nothing out there. Follow the yellow blinking star near your ship to get back into the star system. I just lost all my fighters to whatever's going on over here. That's the game saying shields down. It's hard to hear sometimes. Alright, right into the human base. Maybe they just left, because that didn't seem like much of a fight. Let's go and get a repair. Well, hit identify all. Nothing interesting. Sell it all. Is there anything I want here? Maybe that chip. Alright. Not even gonna look at this stuff. I'll take this. That's a good general good. Might be able to use it in a quest. It's not an actual quest item. It's just a randomly generated object that could be the target of a quest. That's really all it means. The humans have eventually landed over here. And do we have anything new? No. Oh wait, what's this? Another quest item. Colonize the planet Lus. Sure, let's do that. Oh, you need a heavy slot. Okay, well, whoops. Where is Lus? Or is it? Here it is. What has happened is they went ahead and placed the module there, and if I take it off, I lose that quest. I don't think there's a penalty for losing a quest. You need to have scanned a planet. In the current version of the game, if you're using a probe, you might not be able to scan the planet fully, so you would be glitched out from completing that quest. We can see that they're fighting each other, which I really like. And that makes the space feel a little more like in games where enemies are fighting each other. I mentioned this in Rune 2. It just feels like a more thought out game where and not every enemy is unified and kill the player. And in a kill the player mentality, which Civilization is completely guilty of. Yeah, I can totally do a victory and deity with the hardest difficulty, but I think it's just cheap difficulty. The AI is not any smarter, they just get multipliers to their income. Your characters can actually level up fighting asteroids, blowing up asteroids. They can also level up killing air allies by accident if they trigger a mine. Once I start getting some more levels behind me, I'll be able to start steamrolling each solar system. And what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of tagging them all, hopefully pissing them all off. Now, at this point, I don't actually need to hide behind the humans, but they are extra firepower, and I'm still fighting. My ships are still trying to deal with them. So we're gonna go and pick all the ones that are in this area. Unrest? I mean, sure. There we go. I don't actually have to accept them. It's just maybe makes it easier for you to keep track of. And cool thing is, if I couldn't find 4-pin, I could actually spend money. So I'm gonna go up on my map. I don't currently have any waypoints. If I right-click anywhere, it'll set a waypoint, and then I can type in, like, as you're hovering over is when you start typing it in. I'm not actually used to having the tooltip not immediately show up. Let's go and turn that back on. I turned it off for the purposes of recording. Let's see here. Tooltip delay, make it instant again. So now when I type, it should stay focused. Yeah, like that. Anyways, so there's no waypoints right now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna just go and pay money for 4-pin, just because I can. And he's got here. I was almost to him. That's around where he is. That's really cool. Found stranded crew. You just ram me. I got a few more levels. So yeah, when I'm playing my human ship, I just put 1 point in everything and don't worry about it. Right now I'm just waiting to see if there's anything I need to put points into. What am I doing in skill points? I don't. Oh, I do have enough for my next one. Okay, so let's zoom in real close so we can see our ship. This is what we look like now. It's become a medium ship. There we go. So now we have an extra slot. Ooh, this is a heavy slot. Okay. All right, so I may want to head back. So this is my engine right now. I may want to head back and put that thruster back on here or something. I could actually get rid of my armor. That's not. I'm playing it careful. I don't want to look like a noob and just die. So yeah, become a light frigate. Human is a stopped adventure. I didn't even see you around me, dude. Activate thrusters. That one is keeping up with me. And you need to get more stuff in here. All right, armor. Well, I mean that is some armor. It's definitely not as good as this one. It's 3 times. But we're gonna go ahead and do that just because I want more firepower out there. We'll when I get back to my stash, we'll set this to myself the better. Oh, there's a thruster right there, actually. Well, let's do that. We'll put my old armor back on. We'll hold on to this for the time being, just in case. And replace the engine. So what I just did was I took I had a heavy component engine right here. It says rarity artifact, and above that says heavy component. And I had found in my loot a medium component engine. I want at least one engine, so I just slapped on a medium component, and since I had a heavy component fighter, it goes here. You can't put it in you can't mix and match, so like a light component cannot go here or anything like that. Put this as 4. Sell that. Keep summoning dudes. Sell that. Don't need you. It looks cool. And hold off on that. There we go. Keep summoning these. I should go up to 12 now. You'll know I've reached critical mass when my guys stop dying so much and I start having all these are green. One of them just disappeared because I'm just trying to heal them by summoning new ones. Even if it means one of them dies, I'll just go ahead and do it because he's not long for this world as it is. Trying to find out who the heck that one is. Let's go ahead and just delete him, which is unsummoning, and that'll be number 1. So when I hit 9, I'll get a heavy hull, and I'll add more stuff. That's pretty much what I'll spend my points on. And the moment I find a retrainer, I will go ahead and do that too. Oh, I just rammed somebody. I barely saw him, or I saw him too late. Sometimes it jumps like that. I've never seen a crew member die just for being in the middle of a fight. Just let me see what it is, dude. That's why I have my inventory open. I don't care that there's a fight going on. It doesn't actually need me to do anything. 8% max shields? I'll take... I don't know. Alright, I'll leave what I get. This, I like my Drac Rebel. I look way cooler than that. I look like a dragon over here. This dude looks like a not very happy half dragon monster thing. I just want to see what your stats are. I don't care that I'm in a fight. +2 helm. I don't need you at all. So it's, yeah, that extra stack of 3 fighters is paying off. Until I run into the next mine or something, then I have to start over. You leveled up again, nothing. That's a weak level up, dude. Well, I guess I can't say. I haven't gotten any skill points either. Because I haven't found anything I don't want to equip. Because I don't need anything. Found interesting things over here. So basically, if I follow my fighters, I'll always find more prey. They have a better sense of things. I'm zoomed out as far as I can. They just know where stuff is better than me. This is great. Then you can easily accidentally shoot them. In fact, I pretty much always mark them on my map. They stay consistent. Whereas enemy stations will sometimes spawn in and stuff. Ancient recharge stations, if you don't blow them up, will stay there and it gives you a bonus to your energy. Really handy for when you just log in, because if you're trying to summon 20 ships, you want as much energy as you can get your hands on. Alright, so my waypoint automatically got deleted at some point, so I'm assuming that dude died, whoever I was looking for. Alright, you plus 15 maximum shields. Okay, that sounds pretty cool. And you plus 3 to stats. That's not as cool. You were my shield dude, weren't you? Yeah, so that's an extra 7% over the old guy. You don't have to scour each system. I do try to just scour the first system you start in, just so that I have enough firepower to handle whatever's out there. Alright, so my guy's now starting to get yellow. This, whatever it is, I don't know what it is. It looks like a skull with question marks next to it. I don't know. But this means that he's a slave and he doesn't really have a happiness level. However, we are going to pay him to free him because that's also an achievement. And the more achievements you have, the more powerful your space account, but the more powerful your ships become. I'm not finding a lot of crew in my current level 100 map. I think it just rammed another guy. So that you have to get close enough to a planet to find out that there's life on it. Alright, I pretty much have hit everything aside from that. There's a patch here. Yeah, you don't have to erase every Fog of War bit. Overload penalty. We'll finish installing the thing and we'll be okay. Let's return to our stash again. Any quests to turn in? Maybe I can level up. Yeah, I leveled up. All set. So I've pulled out my engine. We're going to go ahead and get to 34 helm. Now, I only have 21 skill points, and if I apply to all of it, I could squeak up to 39 helm. However, we've got an easier way to do that. Remember, if I put in one crew point into this, I get only one helm point. However, if I put in a talent point, which is fewer, you get 2 per level, whereas you get 5 crew points per level on the other panel. Each point I apply here, I get 4 helm. The reason I get 4 helm is because I would get 2 helm for my first tree, and then 2 helm for my second tree. I'm going to go ahead and leverage this. I want to hit this ASAP, and then I can start adding more slots. We're probably going to, when I can, I'm going to rescale out of these and just continue to pour them into this. So by this point, I now have 34 helm, which is just enough to hit this. Now, this says 449 max power load. I have 111 power load from something. I don't know what. That's somewhere in here, I'm sure. Pop that in, and we're going to see how much I get. So I'm at a 111 right now. This adds 449. So what I should have is 560 by the end of this, but I have less than the required amount by about, what, 18 points of engineering? Everything here I can sell. So now I made it very, very quick. Future store runs will be very quick. And then after that, I'll probably just do that without showing you. Alright, so I needed, what, 5 something? So I'm at 564. Like, that's really close. And I still have 21 skill points in reserve. We're going to go ahead and make sure that there's nothing I've missed, because there's, let's see here. Radiation lead. There's a listening post somewhere around here, at least. Anything I pick up is now just shop food. That's all it is. Find someone new over there. As you level up, the experience you get will be less. If I brought my level 50 dude in here, I would not be getting 86 XP per person. Alright, that sounds pretty cool. Let's go ahead and apply that. Who? Maybe you, plus 10% attack? I don't know what I just ran into. I like that he's an elite. I don't know if, I mean, that's fine. But you know what? I can't even equip him now, but I'll go ahead and just pop him up, pop up the escape pod. That's something right there. All right, let's see what's going on over here. Something had happened. Whoops, did I just pop out my... Yeah, I just popped up. Now I popped out my engine, my power plant, because I was trying to identify stuff. So this is the sun. Nothing bad happens for flying into it, even if it's a black hole. Your character or your ship, your fleet, pretty much just flies through it, or past it, over it, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so this is what it should look like. Done. That's what it should look like from here on out. And when I get to level 10, I'll pop that in. Oh, it was accepting. I thought it was solving. Oh well. quite what I intended to do, but alright. Rumored position listening post up there. Okay. We'll hit that and then we'll go on to the next star system. Sometimes these things are at the very edges of the star system too, so you would have missed it. Here it is. It's not going to be necessarily exactly there, but it definitely was at the edge. Now, you don't have to go back to the planet to turn it in. Don't worry about turning it in later. Alright, here's the next region. Don't know anything about this area. And the humans only have four planets, actually. Why didn't you tell me more about your stuff? Receive data on 0 planets. Okay, so these are the... Okay, I see. You're in Mimus, Mirius, and Zarkdarim. We're in Mimus now. Let's go through and mop up what we can.